Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litsa and today is our podcast number 122. It's Thursday, the 13th of February 2025. And here we are again together, hanging out for another week, another catch up of all the crochet and yarny goodness we've all been up to. Now, I know you've all been very busy, and some of you actually had the time to send in some of your makes. So thank you very much. I cannot wait to showcase them with everyone. As always, there's a nice variety there for us to ooh and ah over. And of course, we'll have to add something to our forever growing crochet to-do list. So sit back and relax. I don't think it'll be a very long one tonight, but I hope that while we're here together, we enjoy each other's company, as I know we usually do. I certainly do, that's for sure. So clipboard and marker down, and let's get started with your awesome makes. Now, our friend Alley Cat, she has made this mosaic Afghan. Now this is a work of art, guys. I'm sure you will all agree. So this is the Chipmunk Throw, and the pattern is by Sarah Jane Athey. Alley Cat created the acorn pattern from a Pinterest image that was for a cross stitch. I think that is very clever. And then Alley Cat says to us she's not sure where she got the diamond pattern, which is the middle section of the Afghan. And there is an envelope border that Alley Cat just made up on her own. I think it is absolutely stunning and I love the colors. So thank you so much, Alley Cat, for sending in that gorgeous mosaic Afghan. Now, our friend Gina, she has sent a great collection of all the things that she's crocheted recently. Included in there, you would have seen a snake, some octopi, and a dragon, amongst other amazing makes. How much do you all love all the colors in there? I absolutely love that. So thank you, Gina, for sending in all of those gorgeous makes. Now, our friend Laura, she's been very busy crocheting for the NICU part of the hospital, and she's crocheted 5 little octopi for the NICU unit. That's what it is, the NICU unit. And she's sending them off to our friend Lisa at Happy to Cook Creations. And they're going towards such a wonderful charity. I'm sure that you all agree. So thank you, Laura, for sending in your little photo of one of your little octopus. Very sweet. Now, our friend Aussie Sandy has been very busy with all her different crafting. And we are very lucky that she's sharing them with us. So, happy to report, says Sandy, that she finished a long time sleeping whip and it is now an FO. This is the knitted garter stitch scarf with a scalloped edge that Sandy made using her hand-dyed yarn that she dyed herself. Look at all those beautiful colors, very pretty. Excuse me. Next is a cute little giraffe donut. Sandy used Temu yarn for the yellow icing. The reddish brown spots and horns as well are Temu yarn. The muzzle is a beige style craft yarn, and the donut itself, like the base, is a Lincraft Maker Esther yarn in the color Lemon Drop. Now, Sandy also added some spots on the little donut instead of just the little, dashes we had to make with the yarn. Absolutely gorgeous, so cute. Now, Sandy also sent us in some of her resin makes. I think it's funny that Sandy refers to herself as like a novice almost, but I think that your resin makes are amazing. So the first one is a resin spoon holder, and Sandy says that it comes very handy in the kitchen. I think it's too pretty to use personally to dirty it. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. I love all the blues in there. And now next is this super cute little mushroom trinket jar for Sandy's granddaughter's room. I love the colors and the shape of the mushroom. It looks amazing. I'm sure your granddaughter loves it. And then last but certainly not least, Sandy made these gorgeous resin, uniquely different figurines seated around a resin crystal style fire. Now this is what I guess you call minimalist art. I think is far from minimal. It's absolutely gorgeous. They are all so beautiful. You've done an amazing job, Sandy, and thank you so much for sharing all your wonderful makes with us. Now, our friend Diane has been joining in every week for Beanie of the Week. Thank you, Diane. I absolutely love that. Now, last week's Beanie of the Week was the cat beanie. So here you'll see the very first one that Diane made, and it's a blue stripe beanie, and it is made for donation. The tutorial is by Bag O'Day and it's the cat beanie. Diane used Red Heart all-in-one granny square yarn to crochet it up with a 5.5mm hook. Now this linen coloured cat beanie comes to us from Diane and it is made for her friend who is cat obsessed. The YouTube tutorial is at Hopi Dope Official. The yarn that Diane used is Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek Chunky in the colour linen and a 6mm hook. And Diane added a sparkly little cat pin to the beanie up at the very top. So I hope you all got to see that. I'm sure that it adds just the right amount of sparkle and your friend will absolutely love it. So thank you, Diane, for joining in every week and sending in your gorgeous beanies to us. Now our friend Liza, she crocheted these very pretty flower coasters. I think that the red coloured yarn, it's a cotton yarn, is just very striking. I'm sure you all agree. And Liza did use a 3.5mm clover hook. So thank you for sending those beautiful coasters into us, Liza. Now our friend Sandara, she's crocheted this very pretty turtleneck jumper. I have to say, looks so soft. Sandara used Lion Brand Mandala Ombre in the colour Harmony. And Sandara says it's very thick, warm and snuggly. And I'm sure that it is. And Sandara also crocheted a pink set of a scarf and beanie set for her sister, and a grey scarf and beanie set for her brother. Now all I have to say is how heartwarming is it when we crochet for family. So thank you so much, Sandara, for sending them in to us. I'm sure your brother and sister really do appreciate that you took the time to crochet something for them to keep them warm. So they're all your wonderful makes, everyone. Thank you so much for sending them in. As always, I love each and every item. I cannot choose a favourite, but I have to say that resin art from Aussie Sandy is just amazing. Don't you all agree, guys? It's just crazy. I don't know, is it a mold? How do you do this? Do you mold it yourself and then it sets somehow? I've never ever looked at it before, but I imagine that it will be quite time consuming but very rewarding in the end. So thank you everyone for sending in your wonderful makes. Now let's get on to Beanie of the Week. So this week I thought I'd like to look at something like a V-stitch because I love the V-stitch. So I found, and I've got one here on our little mannequin head here. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love this beanie, and I'll talk to you about the yarn in a moment. Now this beanie pretty much fits me. It's just a tad long, but it is beautiful. So this is a V-stitch cluster beanie by Sarah at Repeat Crafter Me. Now what I did do different, guys, if you are going to make one, and I'll pop this one down. So I have made 4 beanies in total, but 2 of them are the V-stitch ones. So here it is here, up nice and close. I love the V-stitch cluster. So basically it's, you know how you make the V-stitch, if you haven't made one before, very, very simple. You crochet one, but you don't finish it, the double crochet. You go back in and then make a little cluster, then a chain, and then the other side. And that's how you make it. But Sarah in the pattern, she has you finish off here, so fasten off here, and then make a long band for the brim, and then you sew it on. What I did, because I have done that before, and I thought if I hadn't done it, I would have experimented with it and see if I liked it, but because I have done it before, it's not my favorite way to make a brim. So all I did, and I did it with a single crochet and a double crochet, use US terminology. I experimented with both and it works with both. So you can continue with just the double crochets and then you'll start your brim pattern. So on each and every little, so here's the V-stitch here, as you can see the V-stitch clusters. On each one, I put a double crochet, not in the chain in between. And that's why it made it that perfect size like that. So it actually fits around the head beautifully. And then you just continue with your ribbing as you normally would. One back, one front, you know, post. And then I tried it with 2 and 2. So they're the 2 that I made that are actually the, what did we call it? The cluster V-stitches. I guess that's what they're called. That was silly. And then I thought I really want to make just a V-stitch one on its own. And these 2, look how cute they are, the little little people ones. So here you can see that I just did a V-stitch It's upside down when you do it. This yarn is very hard to see the stitches, but again, I continued with the rim. I didn't, do it separately. And then I just made what I'm calling, like we all make, a little vanilla beanie. How cute is that, guys? And this is the one where I tried the 2 and 2. Sorry, 2 and 2 instead of 1 and 1. Now this yarn was amazing, but I actually, it's so soft, guys. I wish you could feel it. It's just the mill end. And you may remember that I tried, so here it is here. That's what it looks like in the ball. So it is a very busy yarn in itself, but I'm just in love with this yarn. And this is all I have left now, that little bit and this here, because you might remember I put it through the knitting machine. I don't know what I was thinking, because I ended up using an 8mm hook with this. So no wonder the knitting machine didn't like it, because it usually likes like a 4-weight yarn, like a yarn you would use a 6mm hook with. So I'm going to unravel this and more than likely crochet another beanie, but I absolutely love them. So this week we got 4 beanies, 2 of the V-Stitch cluster by Repeat Crafter Me, and then 2 just small, because I couldn't get enough of this yarn, guys. So that's it for beanie of the week. I wonder who will be joining in and who is also joining in the background. Or have you made a V-Stitch cluster beanie before and you've enjoyed it? Let us know in the comments down below. Now, of course, I made a few knitted beanies, not as many as I'd like, but I did make 2, so that's better than none. And let me show them to you. First, I made this one that's reversible. So I did one whole side is the beautiful navy blue. This yarn is so soft. It is the Spot Saver yarn, but the older yarn was so much softer than the newer yarn. And then the white side, which is not as soft, but it's just as beautiful. So, depending how you want to wear it, whichever look you're going for, you just, fold up your rim. So there's one, and then I love this yarn, and oh my gosh, is this soft. So this is just, the same knitted, very simple. I'm trying to get in as many knitted beanies each week as well, because, they are going for donation. So I've got these 2 as well. So that's pretty good, guys. I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 beanies this week. That's not bad. So the next thing that I got onto, I'll talk to you about 2 cows that I worked on this week. And one is a brand new one, and you're going to absolutely love this one. So our friend Gina, she started her own YouTube channel only a week ago, and it's called Whiffleberry Crochet. I'm going to put it down in the description box. Please go and visit her. The energy that Gina has is just next level. In just 1 week, she's already got 3 cows going. She is amazing and a wonderful yarny friend. So please go and say hello. I'm sure you're going to want to stick with her and just hang out with her. She's so much fun. And one of her cows is Give Women Yarn, she's calling it. And it's basically celebrating International Women's Day, and it's going to go all the way to the 8th of March. Now go and see Gina. She talks to you a little bit more about it and when she'd like your makes sent into her. But she wanted us to talk about, make a project and who inspires us, basically. And the woman that has inspired me the most in my life, and I think most of you that have been, hanging out with us for a while will know that it's my mum. I absolutely love my mum. She is the person who's taught me to be the person that I am and to strive to be a better version of me every single day. I cannot tell you what joy it brings me when I hang out with her on a Saturday. It is one of the best times of the week. Hearing all her stories of, when she was growing up is amazing. And sometimes just reminiscing on how much she has helped me in my life while I was growing up and with my children and as an adult now even. It's so funny. I don't know about you guys, but when I go and hang out with my mother, especially when it's one-on-one, I just become her little girl again, and I absolutely love that. But she's one of the kindest, warmest, most giving humans on this planet. I'm so proud to call her my mum, and I adore her, and I just wish her all the best in life, good health. I know she's surrounded by love, and I know she knows it, which is absolutely amazing, and she gives it all back. So I thought I would make her a little scarf to keep herself warm in this coming winter here in Sydney, Australia, and I think she's going to love it. I made it using one of my favorite yarns here. Again, just a mill end, and I ended up using a 6mm hook because I made the drunken granny stitch, which I haven't done other than one square in a sampler blanket by our friend Krista at the Secret Yarnery. And I did put some little tassels on the, what is it? It's a fringe, not tassels, on the bottom. And I think it's a nice size. I'll pop it around my neck so you can see it, because my mum is a lot shorter than me. And I know she doesn't really like things very long. So this is actually quite a nice length. As you can see, it will keep her very, very warm, and I cannot wait to give it to her. I know that it's still very, very warm here, guys. I've probably messed up my hair. But before you know it, autumn will be in the air, and because it is a little bit holey, the pattern, like lacy, I think she'll get very good use out of it. And I can just imagine her showing it off to all of her friends when she goes to church. I absolutely love that. Or just wearing it and snuggling up when she's watching TV, and she can be wrapped in this, like wear this and be wrapped in the shawl that I made her for her birthday last year. And she's also got a little blankie, for like a lap blanket. I'm just picturing it now. I'm going to have to take a photo of her like that for all of us. So thank you, Gina, for, inviting us all to join you. At first, I didn't think I'd have the time, but I made the time because the inspiration being my mum was totally worth it. And the other cowl that I worked on this week is by our friend Judy at Witch Piece Craft, and she's got the Sign AU crochet along that's going until the end of March. So every 2 weeks we get a new sign to draw inspiration from, and the next one is coming out tomorrow, which I'm very excited for. And I'm making, oh my gosh guys, this is so heavy. Wait till I show you this. This is the heaviest blanket I've made to date. So I made this square here for the last sign. It's actually, oh my gosh, it's actually ginormous, guys. So can you picture this square times 6? Look at that. I love this yarn. So basically it's blanket yarn. And I think by now you all know that this is one of my favorite yarns to work with. And I do use a 9mm hook with it, a nice chunky yarn. So it does crochet up very quickly. It is a continuous granny square for 20 rounds. And when you lay it across my bed, which is a queen size bed, it's the size of the mattress, the width of it, and the length of it is going to end up being the length of the mattress. So this is going to be a very good size blanket. It is going towards my crochet for the community drive for 2025. And the wonderful thing, it finishes at the end of March, and I don't need it until the end of April. So perfect timing. So thank you, Judy, for inviting us all to join in. If you haven't already gone across to visit Judy, please do so. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow's sign because I need to make another giant square for this. I cannot wait. It is so warm, guys, and it is already so heavy, and it's going to be double this size. So let me plonk it over there. And the last thing that I worked on, I've got fluffs everywhere, guys. And the last thing that I worked on is my temperature blanket. So being my 60th birthday year this year, I thought I would make a historical blanket. And what I've done is I've got my 1965 calendar that I've been working from. And I did choose all my colors for each, here we go, for each and every temperature that I've divided it up into, and there's about 14 colors there. I've actually got a really nice video explaining it all. I'll try to remember to link it in the description box, and I'll show you what I'm up to. I've actually finished all of January and February, and I've started into March, and it's starting to look really pretty. I am making these beautiful sunburst granny, never mind that, that's because it's my prototype. This is the Sunburst Granny Square, and it is actually my favorite square. I've made so many things with it in the last few months, and I am using my beautiful Spot Saver yarn, which is just 100% acrylic, 10 ply or 4-weight yarn, and of course a 6mm hook with this one. It goes perfectly. And here it is here, guys. I absolutely love it so far. So let's get it up right. So that's my starting square. And another one that's the same in the other corner because I needed 2 in the edges. So the colors are starting to change because we've got January for 4 weeks. So I'm doing it by week. And then we've got 3 weeks and then the 4th week in February there. And then you can see it's starting to get a bit cooler. We've already got March. So it's nice because I'm ahead of myself. I don't want to fall behind. Even though it's a historical one, I still like to keep up to date with it. And now I've made my centers for the next 3 weeks of March. And then I can put the white border around them. And I'm pretty sure that will only take me half an hour to an hour max, because I've got to sew in my ends. I'm very proud to show you that I have sewn in every single end. There is nothing dangling off this, guys. Look at all those, oh my gosh, I just love all the colors. I thought I had a lot of blue in my makes this week, and I really needed to make something bright. So this is what popped into my mind. And for those of you that want to know where I keep, you know, all these beautiful yarns in, because I absolutely love this bag. I got a lot of comments today because I walked down the street with it because I took it to work, is my Golden Girls bag. You know, a lot of us here are Golden Girls fans, and I love that bag. It's my favorite. So I thought it was only fitting that I put in my temperature blanket. So it was a lot of fun working on that, and I'm powering through it, guys. So now I've made these weeks here too. So as soon as I connect them, join as I go, because that's the best method for me, because otherwise I'll fall behind. I would have been done up to the end of March. So hopefully, maybe by the end of this month, I might get a whole other month in, but we'll see. There's no pressure to do that because I am definitely keeping up, which is great. So that's it for me for crochet news to catch you up with this week. I have done also our birthstones cowl. I've already done that. Our amethyst. I'm yet to make my doll dress though, so I really need to work on that. Every time you guys sent me one through the emails, I'm like, oh my gosh, they are so gorgeous. I'm loving all your different color choices, and I've really got to choose my colors and make it. I cannot wait to do that. So thank you for all of you that have already started sending in your makes for February. Absolutely love them. Keep them coming. And that's it, guys. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. I think it's all around the world. Well, it's here. I'm pretty sure yes, it is worldwide. What am I saying? International. So happy Valentine's Day to everyone, especially if you're celebrating. We don't celebrate as much, but we do, you know, say happy Valentine's Day to each other. And it is a special day for a lot of people, so enjoy it if it is something that you really enjoy celebrating. All I've got to report, guys, is that I cannot wait tomorrow. I'm getting my nails done. I know they need to get done. I know that you probably can't tell, but for me, this is 1 week too long. They're very, very long. I like to get my nails done every 3 weeks, so I'm so looking forward to that treat tomorrow. Other than that, work, home, it's been a lovely week, status quo, nothing crazy to report. Waiting for the cooler weather to come, and I think it isn't too far away now. So we're halfway through February, so I think 2-3 more weeks we might see a slight change in the weather. So wherever you are, I hope you're keeping well. I hope you've had a wonderful week crocheting or crafting, because you know we do craft in other ways too, but predominantly we are crocheters, and we are the best community in the world. We all know that. The Yarny community, there's no one like us, and I'm so very blessed that I can call you all friends. Thank you once again for hanging out with me. I cannot wait to catch up with you again very, very soon, and until then, take care everyone. Bye bye for now.